Welcome back to this edition of Grizzlies Daily. I'm your host Melek, and I'm going to try to get this video out pretty quickly because if you happen to hear in the background during this video, it is a current thunderstorm going on. And if you know anything about Memphis, well, there you go. You just heard it. But if you know anything about Memphis, you know that at any second my power could go out. So we're going to try to get through this very, very quickly. So, real quick, some other news that came out. Basically, the Grizzlies signed Braxton Key to a more than likely a training camp deal. Obviously, you know, Grizzlies policy doesn't explain what kind of contract it is, but it's more than likely a training camp deal. So I actually kind of not. I'm actually kind of I actually kind of like this. Now, obviously, you know, we all want Jemiah Mashack to be on the team somehow, but this is a training camp deal, so I'm not really like, oh, you know, that kind of thing. But I actually kind of like this signing. So, if you don't know, Braxton Key, he's played with the Pistons, Nuggets, and the Golden State Warriors and the Philadelphia 76ers. Hasn't really played a whole lot, but he essentially played a bit during that time where I think Steph Curry was hurt and the Warriors were kind of like going through a rough patch at that time period. I'm not too sure, but I think that's what I remember him for. I could be very wrong. I'm not sure, but he does pretty good in the G League. He's played 5 seasons in there. He's averaged 16.6 points, 7.7 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 2.2 steals, and 1.2 blocks in 28.4 minutes. And the good thing about him that I really like, he was named the 2024-2025 G League Defensive Player of the Year and helped Delaware, who he was on in the time of 2023, win the G League championship. So, oddly enough, and I think the funniest part about all of this, he's former teammates with Ty Jerome and Jay Huff. He was a part of that Virginia team that won the NCAA tournament. So kind of funny that, you know, the Grizzlies are going through the Virginia pipeline at this point. It's kind of funny, but I really do like this signing. Even if it's just for a training camp deal, I like this signing. He definitely deserves to get a shot and a proper shot. He's proven that he can play in the big leagues, but I mean, obviously, you know, there's a lot that goes into that. But he's proven that he can fit on a roster and have a little bit of an impact. I mean, like I said, we talk about Jemiah Mashack a lot, but I mean, if this guy can find his way onto the roster, or even just around the Grizzlies system, I wouldn't be against it at all. I mean, like I said, the fact that he's a great defender, a pretty good rebounder for somebody that's 6'8", you know, that's pretty good. I actually like this sign. I think I like this signing more than Maxence Prosper, if I'm being honest. Like, this is something that, you know, it's very very well looking into. Um, Obviously, you know, Maxence Prosper is on a deal, and Braxton Key is probably on training camp. But I'm really looking forward to see it, especially as we near training camp. It seems like he can do a little bit of everything, which is, you know, you don't find it a lot. But in the G League, we have seen talent really escalate, and you know, the Grizzlies have done a good job at finding some hidden gems. So I'm definitely going to look at some more film of Braxton Key and see what I can really find about his game that stands out the most. But I'm really looking forward to this. I really am. And if we can see any type of play in preseason or something, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can bring to the table. So definitely be on the lookout of that. Now, just some more added details. Training camp. If I'm not mistaken, I have it pulled up right here. Yeah, NBA training, Memphis Grizzlies training camp will take place in Nashville at Belmont. Second year in a row that they're doing this. No real big surprise. I mean, it's not really a big deal. Training camp isn't really necessarily open to the public, so it's not like the biggest thing. Just something else that's happening. And I do want to reiterate that media day is Monday. It is Monday, September 30th. Wait, no. Monday, September 29th. Sorry about that. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And something that I really want to reiterate, we do not know. We do not know if we'll get an update from General Manager Zach Kleiman or Head Coach Thomas Isolo on the conditions of Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. We've already got a slight update from Cedric Coward himself saying he's ready to go for training camp, and he's basically feels 100%. So that's a good sign right there. Just waiting to get full confirmation from the team. But when it comes to Jaren and Zach Edey, there's no telling. All we can do is just hope that we end up getting an update from one of those two people, and I'm sure we will, because it's going to be the main question at hand is, what's the status of Jaren? What's the status of Zach Edey? There you go, right there. That's why I'm trying to get this video out right now. So, yeah, basically, hopefully we hear something about that. Main thing that I'm really hoping to hear is the condition of Jaren, because I think best case scenario, Jaren is ready within maybe the first 3 games of the season. Zach Edey, we already know he's going to be out at least probably a month into the season, if not more. So I already kind of know that. I'll be honestly surprised if he's back earlier than that. So that's something that I definitely wanted to reiterate, because I know there were a couple people asking me that. We do not know the condition of Zach Edey and Sharon Jackson Jr. We will hope to get an update during media day, which I'm sure we will, because we've essentially gotten updates like that before during media day, where they kind of reiterated that. So another thing to note: it was announced the Grizzlies will have their open practice on October 4th at the FedEx Forum. I do not know if I will be able to attend that. I will try, and I'm going to try to attend it, because I really do want to get a first-hand look at some of the new players like Atavius Caldwell-Pope and, most importantly, Cedric Coward, and especially Ty Jerome. Hopefully we can get some things like that, just some first-hand looks. Obviously, it's open practice, so we're not going to get, like, intense 5-on-5 action, but it's definitely something that, I'm really looking forward to. Get a good glance at how everybody's feeling on the court, get good team chemistry going. So hopefully we can get a good first-hand glance of that. And like I said, I'm going to try my best to attend that. If not, I'll find my way to bring updates to you all in case, something important is said, or if I notice something that just was really worth talking about. So I'll make sure to bring that to y'all if I can. If not, we'll figure something out, but more than likely I'll be able to. I've done a good job of bringing y'all updates somehow, so definitely gonna try to get y'all to do that. So before we get out of here, something that I did see that I think is worth noting if you're a Grizzlies fan and you just really care about what the team has going on outside of the court. There was a tweet dropped about around 7 o'clock. It was basically saying the classic uniform is loading, and it had like the similar logo to the white and teal jerseys from this past season, but we talked about it before, and something that I really thought that kind of something that we've discussed before. This more than likely could be the return of the black jersey. Like I said, no real telling, but all the signs kind of point towards that. I think it does point towards that, because if y'all remember, the Grizzlies and the Redbirds did collab to give out a jersey, and it was black and red with the teal lining. So there's belief to me that we will have the return of the black Vancouver style jersey, and I couldn't be more of a fan of it. Y'all know I love the Vancouver rebranding sometimes. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing that. And hopefully we can see it on the court. Hopefully they actually change the court along with this jersey, because I think it is really, really good to actually have. But that's the story of another day. Just thought I'd bring that to y'all. And obviously, if that gets confirmed and if that's in the team store somehow before the season, I'll definitely let y'all know when y'all can pick it up. And obviously, y'all know I work in the team store. If you didn't, I do. I work in the Grizzlies Den. So make sure to come by, see your boy. I might be able to, help y'all with the retail aspect of things, not just supposedly bringing y'all news. But that's really all I got for today. That's gonna wrap this up. Like I said, next week is really when we really will be able to bring y'all updates, because training camp, media day, and preseason kind of all within that same time frame. So definitely gonna be able to bring y'all some more updates. Like I said, I'm gonna make this real quick, because there's no telling what's going to happen in a few seconds, because my power could go out at any moment. But basically, real quick, just wanted to say appreciate y'all for 500 subscribers. We've only been doing this for majority of the off season, and the fact that we're already here and I'm able to bring y'all these kinds of updates and stuff like that, it really makes me excited for when the season comes around and we're able to talk about these things. And I might even set up a thing where we can actually, kind of live react to these games. Now it'll only be away games because I work home games. I work the home games, but away games I might be able to set something up to where we can actually, kind of react in real time to these games. So if I can find a way to set it up, I definitely will do that, and I'll definitely let y'all know how that goes. So if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you enjoyed this video. That's for this edition. I'm signing off before my power turns out.